Greetings and salutations, this is Rick. I do hope you're having a great day. In today's video, Guinevere is on a shakedown. Well, as you can see, we are at Damon's field. I've got Damon with me. We're just having the one night, but it's just enough to put Guinevere through her paces and to make sure everything is okay. It's really cold. You can see the ground here is frosty. It's why we're able to park on the actual grass in the middle of winter, which we can't normally do because it gets a bit waterlogged. But I can now finally show you Guinevere, the finished thing. So first of all, she's very dirty, there's no doubt about it, but this is what she looks like with her new wheels. And these wheels they make quite a difference to the driving and the performance of the vehicle. The engine definitely has to work a little bit harder, and quite often I'm using like second gear where third would normally do, but that's okay. If the ground is a little bit slippery here, I've got more of a fighting chance with these wheels and tyres to actually get out of trouble. But anyway, you've seen the outside of Guinevere, so it's just the wheels that have changed on the outside, but on the inside, let's take a look. So I finally moved in with some new carpets, so I've got a little carpet protector here, and it's a very strict case of shoes off at the door, then we can have a little wander around. So first things first, you can see the passenger and driver seats now have their swivels on them. So we've got seating for 4 people, which is really good. For a medium wheelbase, that's not bad at all. And then obviously here we have the kitchen unit, which you've seen before, all of the overhead cupboards, more overhead cupboards here, and the bed, which will be used for the first time tonight. I'm actually going to sleep on this bed tonight. I've figured out a little step, rather than having to stand on the toilet. I've got a little step here, and it's just enough to be able to get in and out of the bed, no problem at all. And so that's really good. And I've just tucked the duvet up out of the way at the moment, and I've also got to find a place to put my bag. I'm still trying to find homes for everything. Normally what I do is I empty the bag out and then put it, put all the contents in here, which I shall do later on. Okay, so we've got the leisure battery in place. This is the big battery that runs the 240 volts for the coffee machine and the microwave. So that's all plumbed in and should all work nice. I'm about to make some coffee, so I'm going to test it out, but hopefully it'll be fine. Damon also bought this for me, which is rather good. It's a collapsible like container. It's like a collapsible bin, and it also has a little hook there, which means I don't actually have to drill it into the actual furniture, and it's just perfect for a little bin. So that's really good. Get a little bag in there, put my old dead tea bags and things in there, no problem at all. And it's kind of out the way there, and if it's not out the way, I can move it to the other side and put it there. Also just installed a couple of little temporary lights, because one of the things I wanted to do with this new build was to have, when I open the sliding door, to have a light switch that will turn the lights on. I haven't actually plumbed that in yet. I completely forgot, if I'm honest. So I've just got some temporary, one here and one under the bin there, these little lights, so at least there is some light that will help me get to the main light switch, which is over there. I think you've seen everything else. I've got the mirror up. There was a big rattle coming from the door area on the way here, and I discovered this thing. This I think was partly to blame for it. It was just rattling. This is like the little curtain rail. Now at some point I will be doing some sort of an overhead piece of furniture around here to get rid of this raw metal. I will probably leave that until the spring or summer. I need to properly think about it, find out what I'm going to do. It may involve using these bolt holes in order to put some sort of wood valance up there, and then make the entrance to this cupboard more easily accessible. But I also want to plumb in some electrics here, so I can charge things, sort of sit them on the shelf up here and charge them. But I'll worry about all of that in the springtime. Now, as far as cubby holes and things go, I've used some of them but not all of them. So this is where I've got all of my little snacks and things. Like I say, we're only here for one night tonight. We got some of the goodies that we left over from Ashen Plains. I just bought those along. I think I'm going to do some nachos at some point, and we'll have some snacks and things tonight, but we're not going to overdo it. We're both sort of dieting at the moment, so I'm still doing my kind of meat only, although I'm stepping off the wagon just for one night tonight. But I know Damon's watching what he's eating as well, so we're not going to go mad with all the, you know, the crazy junk foods like we did last time, but we will have a, you know, a little snack and maybe a mince pie as well. So this is sort of our little Christmas, because I probably won't see Damon now until after Christmas, so we're having our little mini Christmas get together. So anyway, while it's still light, I'm just going to make sure I've unpacked everything. Have got the electric blanket actually, that's all rigged up, ready to go. So let me trip over my step. In fact, I'm going to keep that step up here just so it's out of the way. But yeah, I've got the electric blanket set up. It's already under the sheet, so the electric blanket is there, and this is the plug to it, and then the plug is going to plug into the little soiree battery, which is going to live, if I can move my jacket out of the way, it's going to live down here. Not sure how much of that you can see. This is on top of my little ramps. It's formed like a little shelf, and the soiree can live there, or it can just live on the side here, doesn't matter, overnight. And then I can just plug that in, and I will have a roasty toasty bed to get into, which is good because it's going to be -4 degrees tonight. So that's all good stuff, and so that means I can have a nice warm bed, and if it gets too cold I can just reach over and hit the heater and turn the heater on, because the heater controls are completely accessible from easy reach from the bed. So if it gets too cold in the night, I'll just have a blast of the heater. So I'm quite excited to sort of try it all out. And the battery is, like I say, it's a fairly new battery, so it's got the capacity to sort of run everything. So at the moment we're all looking pretty good. Moment of truth. Let's turn the battery on, and it's on, and I've just got to, it's kind of awkward standing on my head here. AC on. There we go. So microwave's just come on, and there we go, that's on. So we'll just make Damon a coffee in your own time. And I remembered to put the water in this time. I just realised I've only actually bought one cup with me somewhere. There's a cup in here somewhere. There it is. It's the one Alex gave to me at Ashen Plains. There we go. There he is. So unfortunately Alex couldn't be with us this weekend. He's working very, very hard, and he's very busy, so he can't join us, unfortunately. Also just realised I've got 2 carbon monoxide detectors. I put this one up earlier today because I found it in the box of all the bits I took out of the old van, or the old van design, and I forgot I'd put this one up a little while back. So we've now got 2 carbon monoxide alarms. Now it was -2 degrees last night, and I was concerned about the water tanks and the reservoir tank in the loo freezing overnight. That's one of the things I used to have a problem with in the old days when I used to go camping in my old Renault Master, which was not insulated. I actually I had the reservoir tank freeze solid on me once, but I came out here about midnight last night. Like I say, it was about -2, and it wasn't actually that cold in here, and that's because I think I've done a really good job of the insulating. Admittedly, there is no insulation in the cab, but everything sort of from this, you know, this B-pillar right back is just insulated with that that Celotex stuff, and it's made a massive difference. And all of the water in here was completely liquid. There was no sign of frost or anything, even though the outside of the van had lots of frost on it and lots of ice on it. It was actually significantly warmer in here, even though I had no heating on. So I was quite pleased about that. So that was a good call, using that that Celotex. Okay, so that's Damon's coffee, and I'll get myself one. Only on decafs at the moment. I'll do a caffeinated first thing in the morning, but anything after about midday I'll go over to decaf. And it's just a little bit easier to get to sleep. I've also ordered another one of these pockets. These pockets are great. These are by Fiamma, and they just screw straight onto the wall, and you can put all sorts of things in here. Now I've got all my kitchen stuff in here. I've got like bin liners, washing up cloths. I even bought myself a Dish-O-Matic. These are brilliant. I use one of these at home, and they're just such a cracking invention. It means you haven't got to squirt washing up liquid everywhere. Anything you want to clean, the washing up liquid sort of automatically feeds into the sponge. It's quite a clever little design. But I've got a bottle of washing up liquid and everything. And sorry? Yeah, step in, step in. Yeah. But what is Damon?
Hello.
Here he is. See, Damon's not properly seen the van yet. This is his first look at it.
Yeah.
Apart from earlier where he stuck his head through the door and just had a peek. But yeah, step in if you want. I've got your coffee here.
Cheers, thank you.
Or just let all my heat out.
What heat? You've got a heater on. It's freezing in here.
I should put it on in a minute. Oh, good man, he's got his Crocs on. He knows about my shoes.
Jenny bought you a present.
Oh, okay.
A couple of months ago.
She did?
It's a bit of a doer-upper, a second hand.
Oh no.
But she saw it and thought of you.
Okay.
Right?
Alright.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, cool. Oh, wow. Oh, I like that.
It's a bit of a doer-upper.
Oh, thank you very much. Oh, yeah.
Card.
Oh, thanks, mate. Brilliant.
You've got another bin.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's so cool. Excellent. Oh, yes. I shall endeavour to sort those little feet out. Here you go. I've got a card for you here. There you go, Damon and Jen.
Thank you.
So,
I bet yours don't say love in it, like mine does.
you'll have to open it and see. But what I was saying, I was just...
Oh, yeah, this is much better.
Yeah?
This
Yeah.
is much better.
It's for a medium wheelbase, it's not
Your
bad,
van
is it?
wasn't very communal friendly before, to be honest.
Well, it wasn't, was it? Because it
It was your bed.
yeah,
Starters,
it gets hot, watch it.
Oh, you got any milk?
Yes, I have. In the fridge.
Cheers.
I nearly went back here for the fridge. I got to figure out where everything is. So, milk is...
These swivel seats on the front completely change it.
Yes, they do. Yes,
Completely.
totally agree.
Oh, I like this.
But what I was going to do is going to get another one of these underneath here, because there's a load of space up here that's not being utilised. So if I get one of those pockets up there, I can put saucepans and things in it. So that's what I'm going to do. So there we go. Right then, now I'm going to settle down, have a coffee, and we'll come back later. This is Damon's Christmas present.
Yay. 2 weeks Sunday.
Is that as all it is?
Yeah.
2 weeks, crikey. That's come around so quick.
What the bloody hell's that?
You'll have to open the main one to figure out what that is.
Oh, was I meant to open that first?
No, it's kind of, it keep you guessing.
Toast rack, and I can't eat toast anymore.
yeah. I wouldn't put food on it.
It's a resin print, whatever that is.
It's a resin print, but it wouldn't fit in the box.
Oh, is it a stand for something?
Might be.
Ooh, let's have a look then. Open this side.
Yeah.
It's a samurai sword.
Yeah.
Oh, it's exciting, isn't it? Oh wow! Bloody hell, that's big.
Yeah.
Is that how big they normally are?
I think
That switch is massive.
I think I overdid it a little bit. I think I.
Oh
Oh. Oh, I forgot to say it's quite delicate.
no! Present is gone.
You've done it in multiple pieces. I'm impressed.
Do you any more?
I don't know. Okay, it's a super glue job now. Okay.
Bloody rubbish! What are you giving me that for? Make it properly. Oh no, it's snapped.
I was going to say, it's quite delicate. It's on display only. Don't go waving it about.
Why didn't you say that before you waved it about?
But I was trying to get out. I think I might have got the scaling a little bit out.
A little bit.
It's alright, honestly, a bit super glue. Some parts of the hell was super glue anyway, but
yeah, I'll super glue that properly then.
Oh, funny.
Is that to scale or?
yeah, that
it will fit.
Well, it sits on it. It sits on it.
That's brilliant though. It was.
It's even better in one piece.
I could see the stuff inside.
Yeah, it's like a screw. It came out as a screw thread, but it's because it's like plastic. It's
nothing to see here. Nothing to see. It works.
I spent hours painting that up.
There we go.
It's look, it's got shiny like metal. So
that's what it's meant to look like.
All right, I'll give you your other present. At least you can't break that. Well, actually, you might. Don't break this one.
Present's ready.
This one, it's based on two things that Damon likes.
It's a photo
combined. I was like, what does Damon like? And I combined two things together, and we came up with this.
Another campfire tonight, I think.
Yeah.
That don't look much like how it looks. Might look like Zaza Gabor.
that is. Damon loves Kim Wilde and wolves, so I thought let's come up with a picture of Kim Wilde hugging a wolf. How cool is that? That is unique. There is only one of its kind in the entire world, and that's it. That's Kim Wilde hugging a wolf.
She does look like Zaza Gabor though.
That was the best I could do. Sorry.
Thank you very much.
It's alright, no problem.
Get yourself some more of them picture hangers now.
Yeah, just stuff it everywhere. We're going to try a mince pie. Huh?
I'm hiding my present out of its way.
Yeah. So he's got to go home and fix his present now. So what I've given him for Christmas is a chore. I got nachos for later as well. Yay! There you go, mince pies.
Thank you very much. Only one though.
Only the one, he's being good. Right, that was a nice tea, cold sausages, and they were very nice. Had them with a tiny little bit of coleslaw. Anyway, I'm going to try to make a cup of tea using the coffee machine. I'm not going to put a coffee pod in there. I'm just going to get it to put hot water out, and then I'm going to get a tea bag, and I've got some Yorkshire tea. I've suddenly found I can start drinking tea again. I went off tea for about 3 or 4 years. I just couldn't drink it without feeling like not very well afterwards. But I tried some recently, and I seem to be okay with it again. And I quite enjoy a nice cup of tea after a meal. So anyway, let's get this thing turned on. It's a bit awkward having this battery around here because I've got to turn it on each time, and it's like there we go. AC is now on, so we're down to 79%. Right, so tea bag's in. Let's just see if I can get some hot water to come out of there. Hopefully it'll be fine. I think that'll be fine. Okay, we can turn that off now. As long as I remember to turn that off, it doesn't burn through the battery so quick. Also, the heater has now been running for well over 2 hours. It's just ticking along nicely in the background there. I've just got it on like a very low setting. It's just ticking along nicely. I accidentally earlier isolated the power when I went to switch it off. Instead of hitting that, I hit that without thinking, and it shut everything down. And it took a little bit of messing about to get it to start up again, because everything was like red hot. So, but it started up okay and it was fine. But I must remember not to do that in future. But all part of the learning curve of how to get on with this new design. Anyway, like I say, it normally takes a few trips using a new van build to determine, you know, what you need and what you don't need. But at the moment, touch wood, everything seems to be working fine. I haven't even used these things yet, so these are both empty. I've got a few little bits in there, but also got the ones over there as well. Now I've decided to put the blanket in here overnight. I'm going to see if I can get on just with the this is a 10.5 tog duvet, and I'm hoping I'll be okay with that and the electric blanket, which I'll turn on and off as and when I need it. But if I do need a blanket in the night, then this is ideal. I've just put the blanket there and I can just grab it without it being too much of an ordeal. So it's all good. Yeah, this is actually tucked in and ready to go. I've actually tucked it all in down the back there, and this is ready to be slept in. And it doesn't look like much, it doesn't look very thin, but these duvets are pretty amazing. This is what they call a coverless duvet. You actually wash the whole thing in the washing machine, and I've had it on my own bed at home, and it's almost too warm. It's because normally I think it's about a 9 tog all throughout the year in my own house, and this the smallest I could get was a 10.5. And I wanted to try out a coverless duvet, because there's nothing worse than tying yourself in knots trying to get the duvet cover onto a duvet. That's always fun and games. But yeah, they've got coverless duvets now, so I thought I'd try one, and I was really impressed with how warm it was. So even though it looks pretty thin, I think I'll be all right in this tonight. We shall see. Right, I'm going to be making some nachos. I'm going to do 4 lots because we kind of figured these are small bowls and we'd probably want seconds. Okay. So we'll have some Doritos, some grated cheese, there we go. I don't think I'm going to get much more on that plate. And some salsa. Perfect, look at that. Let's get this one in. Do you remember the days before we had microwave ovens in camper vans? I have no idea how we ever coped. How did we survive? Right, so let's get a bit of sour cream and chive dip on here. And I think that will be really quite yummy. There we go. Perfect. 2 that are ready to go, and then 2 for seconds a little bit later on. Oh, it's all dark. We've just been watching a movie. And yeah, we've just been watching, what was it, Office Party? It was quite funny. Yeah. It was a bit mad, but quite funny. Right, thought I'd put my big jacket on. It's really cold, it's like -4 degrees, but we're going to take a little look at the sky and do some nighttime photography. I've just tried it on the GoPro and it come out terribly, so I'm going to have to swap the fittings on the tripod for my phone, and then I shall see if I can take some pictures of the night sky. Might be able to get something of the Milky Way perhaps, although there is the moon up there, so that may affect things. But obviously if I get any results, I'll let you see them here. Oh, right. I've just got in. I've just put the little light on. I'll make our way over to the lights here. There we go. Oh, it is freezing cold in here, but the electric heater or the electric blanket has been on, and that is roasty toasty in there. So I'm also going to put my my main heater on for a little while. Let's just whack that right up for a quick blast. That was a really nice afternoon and evening spent with Damon, and off home tomorrow. It's just the one night tonight, so it was just really a shakedown of the van, just to, you know, make sure everything works and is doing everything it should. There we go. That's the heater about to start up. So I think I'm going to sign off for tonight, and I will see you in the morning. Wish me luck. I'm going to use my bed for the first time, and I'm really looking forward to finding out what it's like to sleep on. I've got a feeling it's going to be really comfy and toasty, so but we will see. So wish me luck, and I'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning. It's the next morning. That was an interesting night. The bed was actually very comfortable. I could totally sleep on it, no problem at all. But it was so cold. It was like too cold to sleep. And I had the, you know, the basic duvet on. That just wasn't enough. So I put the blanket on as well. And I had the heater running, got the place nice and warm, and then I shut the heater off, had my electric blanket on as well, and tried to go off to sleep. And it kept getting really, really bitterly ice cold in here so quickly, and I couldn't understand why. And I you know, got possibly an hour or two, and then I'd wake up and I'd feel like the bitter cold on my face. And in the end, I had to sort of dig out a hat and wear that in bed. I forgot to dig one out to start with. I didn't think I'd need one. And anyway, so I put the heater on, and all the time I put the heater on, I could smell this sort of very slight diesel fumey smell. I thought, what's going on? I didn't understand. I thought, oh, there must be something wrong with the heater. Actually, there is a little problem with the heater, but I'll tell you about that in a minute. But anyway, I'd like get the place warm again, and then right, I'd turn the heater off, because I don't like to go to sleep with the heater running. So I thought I'd go to sleep again, and so turn the heater off, you know, shut it all down, kept my electric blanket on for another hour, because it's got like a 1 hour timer on it, so I can leave it running for an hour and then it'll just shut off on itself. So nodded off to sleep again, and then woke up probably an hour later, absolutely like the worst cold ever in the van. And I'm trying to figure out what's going on, you know. I'm sort of starting to get a bit concerned, you know. I'm sure I've insulated Guinevere to be better than that. Anyway, as daylight got here, I got a text from Damon early this morning. He says, oh, I know you're up because I can see you've cracked your door open. I hadn't fully shut the door last night. I pulled the sliding door across and it slammed, and I assumed it was actually closed, but it was actually, it was there. So I slept in -4 degrees all last night with the door open, and when I got up this morning I could actually see Damon's van through the gap in the door. So all the heat I was filling up this place with was like just ebbing away very, very quickly through this door. So I essentially slept last night with the door open. Never mind, it's all part of the learning curve. I obviously didn't shut the door properly. The thing is, it's really difficult to tell at night. When it's pitch black out there, you can't tell, because obviously you can't see the light leaking through. It's only when it's daylight you can actually see the light leaking through the edges of the door. And that's when I realised my error. So so I had a very, very cold night last night, and I didn't get a huge amount of sleep. And it wasn't anything to do with the bed not being comfortable. The bed was actually very, very comfortable. The only downside was, because of the shape of the bed, I actually put the electric blanket sort of further up, which meant I had slightly cold feet because the electric blanket sort of stopped about here. So the bit where my feet were, it wasn't getting warm, but I think I might address that and actually pull the blanket down a little bit. It just means the edge of the electric blanket gets folded over, but I think that'll be fine. And also, I've got a slight problem with the heater. I'm not sure if it's just the fact that because it's a cheap Chinese diesel heater or whatever, I don't know. So on this controller, I've got it on the lowest setting, and that is just, I don't know if you can hear it, it's just ticking over. Like click, click, click. Okay, and that's just very, very low. If I put it up to the next setting, there we go, it goes, it's going to make a liar of me now. Last night, when I put that up to like anything other than 1, it was full blast. So if I go up to 3, there we go, it's doing it now. So I don't know whether it's anything to do with the cold weather or not, but look, I've only put it on 3. Now ordinarily yesterday that was incrementally getting faster or slower depending on when I turn this, but now I've gone up to level 3 and it's gone full blast. So I've literally got 2 speeds on my fan heater now. It's either full blast or minimum and that's it. So I mean, it's not the end of the world. I can live with it. To be honest, for the most part you just need to go on full blast to get the place warmed up, and then you can put it down to minimum, so it kind of works out okay. But I'm not quite sure what's going on there. I'm wondering if it's to do with the fact that yesterday I accidentally killed the power when it was running, and it took a lot of faffing about to get it to start up again. So I don't know whether I killed something doing that, I don't know. But anyway, I can live with it, so it's good. Well, it's not good, but it's fine. I can live with it, it's all good. But I must admit, it was quite a pleasure this morning getting dressed in front of this warm air fan. You can heat your clothes up. I have really cold feet, so I heated my socks up in the Airstream. Put those on. Oh, it was lovely, roasty toasty. All right, so this is that Karcher vacuum. I've never used one before, but let's give it a go. Oh yeah, I like how that works. So it sucks up the water rather than it all running down. Like it. Oh, I might have to ask Santa for one of these for Christmas. Oh, that's very good. Oh, I think the battery's going. Look at all the water that's pulled off there. It's amazing. That smells nice. What is it?
That's like bacon. This isn't bacon.
Oh, there's bacon that isn't bacon.
Yeah.
The pretend bacon.
Oh. Yeah, I've got used to these rolls now.
Yeah. Oh, it's good. No, it's good that you're making your own sort of keto bread rolls, aren't they? Yeah. So they're really low carb. Low carb is the way to go. I'm absolutely convinced of that. And the lower the better, as far as I'm concerned. I like to do things in extremes, so I've gone sort of 0 carb pretty much, but every now and again I do dip back in, but when I do, it's not stupid amounts, and it's really helped. So what's that consist of?
It's almond flour, mozzarella cheese and an egg.
Okay.
And then I put some chili flakes in that one as well, I think.
Right. Oh, it smells really nice. Actually, there's nothing quite like the smell of like bacon and eggs when you're camping. It's like an English fry up. So you're going to slice it in half and
Yeah,
use it
these
like
are
a
really
bat.
filling. They're not like normal bread rolls. These are really filling. You can't eat more than one.
Bacon sandwich then, really.
Yeah, I'm going to do an egg as well, I think.
Alright. So it's like the hot plate. No, looks pretty good. Enjoy. So there we go. That's the current state of my leisure battery. So all the accessories have been being used, especially the heater. The heater's been used for several hours, which is good. And we're only down to 84.2%. It was on 100% when I started off, so I'm really pleased about that. It means the battery's got lots of oomph in it to drive everything. Obviously it's been driving the lights, and up until just recently, you know, as in the last hour, I've actually had the solar panels disconnected from it, so it's been purely based on the capacity of the leisure battery, you know, without it actually being topped up by the solar panels. But now it's nice and sunny and it's reasonably warm in here. I've actually reconnected the solar panel, so hopefully that'll charge up today. I'm just warming up my shoes. I love the fact you can turn this little blower around so you can blow warm air into the room or dry things off. So I'm just warming up my shoes, ready to go outside. But that pretty much is it for this shakedown. It was only a one-nighter and I'll be heading off home shortly. But overall, I think that was quite a success. And apart from a few tiny little things, everything functioned beautifully. The bed was really comfortable. Obviously, I had the cold thing. That was human error. Note to self, Rick, next time you go camping in the freezing cold, close the door at night. It does help. Oh, hello, Bob's here. So I'll have to pop out and say hi. But that is it from me. So thank you for watching. Have a great rest of the day. And I will no doubt see you in a future video sometime very soon. Until then, take care.